So this is the M2 software. This is your dashboard. When you get in, this is what it looks like. Now, back then, you watch the old videos. They used to go through the FAQ section. I do not go through the FAQ section. Everybody is an adult right now. You can literally read it yourself. You come and click on the little person over here. You click FAQs, and here's the FAQs. If you don't like going that way, you can go to Get Started and literally go to the FAQ section. It'll load in 2 different ways. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Put a 1 in the chat if you can see my screen. If it's big enough, if you need me to make the font or text bigger, let me know. Okay. Wait for that. Perfect. Okay. As we go through the software, I'm going to pick out pieces. I'm going to stop at certain pieces, and I am going to, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to do, I'll give you guys the ability to ask questions. Now, just to let everybody know, there are multiple versions of the same software. Okay. What do I mean? I own my own version. This is my version. This is Dion's version. Dion owns the whole company. So Phenom is the first one. Here's just mine, which is the same exact thing. And I'm going to log in so you guys can see it. Okay. Here, ready? My dashboard, Dion's dashboard. The only difference is Dion has a one-on-one walkthrough. We don't have access to that. That's through his customer service field. Okay, that's the only difference. So if you guys are on another person's, on another person's account, and you're like, oh, I see our Dion's today, I'm going to switch to that one. There is no need. There's no need for you guys to be jumping from hoop to hoop to hoop to hoop. It's all the same software. You don't need to come to mine. You don't need to go to Leave Dion's. You don't need to go to Darius's. You don't need to go to Schmitty's. You don't need to, it's all the same exact software. Let's put a 2 in the chat so we know that so that we understand that. Awesome. Okay. Like I said, I do not teach CFPB or the FTC inside of this class. I do not teach any other nefarious tactics. I do not teach FCRA. I do not teach anything. We are only focused on a software and Metro 2. I will show you how easy it is to generate a attack letter today. I'll even give you a chance to ask me how long it will take. I will go through each and every piece over here, and if there is a question, either raise your hand or come off mute. I think it's a small class. Just be respectful for one another, guys. That's all I say. It is a small class, which is good. Okay. So now, most important line over here in understanding the software. Your name, your email address or username, and then your general attacks. So the way that I explain a general attack is different than everybody else. It's the currency that you pay the AI to generate your letter. Okay. So the currency for the AI to generate your letter, this is how it works. When I buy a general attack, one general attack will create 1 letter. It can create 1 letter per week. It can create 1 letter per month, 1 letter per year. What do I mean is it will create 1 letter. I can utilize that in the 1 week. I can utilize that in 1 month. I have to keep paying the subscription, but I can utilize the 1 general attack in a year. Here's the thing. Why? Because you have to generate a letter every single month to keep your things going. So here's what happens. What does that token generate? When you pay the AI, the token will read your credit report and will generate an unlimited amount of letters and an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items. So let me break that down into numbers so everybody understands that. Okay. If I have 100 negatives, it will create a maximum of 300 letters and can create a maximum, not maximum, can create 3,000 pages. It can create 30,000 pages. It can create 300,000 pages to get the job done. There is a free Facebook community. Join the Facebook community. This is not the community that you guys were asking. It's not my community. That's only through the printing company. There's 19,256 members in here and 5 new posts today. I guarantee you all 5 of those posts were from me. technical issues with the software, you just click here. It'll open up a new page so you can write yourself a ticket. Allow them 24 to 48 hours to answer the tickets. I know some people just want to get everything going. But I would say allow them 24 to 48 hours to generate the tickets. Live walkthroughs Monday and Wednesday. If you click this over here, it'll actually open up the Zoom links. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6, Mondays and Wednesdays at 8, and Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. So Mr. Bora handles Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. I handle Wednesday and Saturdays, and no training on holidays. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Book a one-on-one walkthrough call. This is only from the Phenom software, which means they have a consultation staff or customer service staff that helps you go through 30 minutes of doing that. So I'm going to say this to everybody here. If you pay for my printing services, my team offers it for free. Doesn't matter what software you're in. Once you become a member, I don't care if you paid. I had one person pay $4 yesterday for our printing service. I don't care if you pay $4 or like the highest thing. I don't care if you pay $900. You're the same to me. We have the same customer service. Okay, we treat everybody the same. So if you do need a walkthrough, you are stuck. We do offer that same service. Doesn't matter what you're in, but you have to be a client of the printing company. I don't go over these videos because these are going to be rebuffer videos just to give you an idea of what it is. And a lot of the information is different from what I'm going to teach you. I'm also going to teach you how to do two things today that are not with certain issues with My Free Score. Now I'm going to teach you guys how to go about this system in a different way than normal because of the issues with MFSN. So these videos are not really going to help with that era, but I am working on this to show you guys how to do this. So get started over here. That's just if you want to go over anything. But we don't need to go that. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to get up. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to talk to you guys about this subscription. So the first thing that I'm going to tell everybody is please, 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 please do not get this iron package. Do not get that iron package. It's not about money. Now, if you can't afford to get anything else, then go for it. Okay. But if you can afford to get the bronze, I want you focused on bronze. And here's the reason why. We call this the downgrade package. Every package downgrades into the iron package because of what? It only gives you one token, okay, or one GA. This gives you 4, this gives you 8, this gives you 17, this gives you 30, this gives you 100. So you remember when I said before, if you don't make an error, if your file is set up, this package is perfect for you. If it's gone through printing, all that stuff, it's perfect. That's the perfect package for you. But anybody that's new, this is not the package for you. The package that's for you, for starter, and if you're doing 1 to 2 people, is this one. If you're doing 2 to 4, it's this one. If you're doing 10, it's this one. 15, it's this one. If you're doing 50, it's this one. Why did I give you 1 to 2, 1 to 2 to 4, all that stuff when there's 4 GAs? I only need 1 GA for myself. Because when you pay the AI and you mess up, what happens? The AI did its job. It generated the letter. If you mess up, the AI didn't mess up. It generated the letter. You didn't put the perfect information in. So what happens is you burn that GA. So that GA is gone. So if you only have 1 GA and you burn it, that means you have to go buy another one. So it's $40 for each GA. Well, I'm going to tell you guys like this. The first time you generate a letter, you're going to make 3 errors. $217. That's what it costs. $217. It's what it costs for you to generate your first round just to get you out the gate. Oh, no, excuse me. Not 217. My math is wrong. That's 277. I apologize. That's 177. I do apologize. That is wrong. 177. Now, this package, if I add another 40, it's $217. There you go. So the same package over here for $147 would cost 217 if you were in iron. So the key is we always need an extra GA. We always want an extra GA. I still make mistakes today with the GAs. Sometimes I hit generate letters by accident. Sometimes I do something I'm mindless, whatever. Okay, because lifes. I have my daughter. My daughter was in my hand. She hit generate the other day by accident while I was showing something, and it's hysterical because you would be aggravated, right? If you didn't have it properly set up. But hey, what happens if you stay here for 2 months? Well, if you generate everything correctly, you're only going to use 2 GAs, right? Which means you're going to have a total of 6 left over, which rolls over every single month. You can downgrade with this to this package and have that. So in case you do make an error, in case you do have something, well, hey, look, I used the 1 from here and I have 6, but I made an error. Now I have 5. I get 6 next month and I can keep going down and I have a little bit of a bank. I always say have a piggy bank. Now, why do I say all the other business plans just in case? Because everything is cut in half because people make mistakes. This is the only these packages right here. I'll be honest with you. I've seen it in these packages right here is where people start to learn how to do it. After the 8th file, they learn how to do it. They actually learn what everything is needed. And after that 8th file, they start getting into a groove, which they start doing it well. So I'm letting everybody know these are the numbers. Let's get through this piece over here. This is done. Everybody good here? I think I asked that. Yes, everybody's good. Perfect. Let's move on. Normally I would go over the credit report section, but right now, like I had mentioned to Maurice, there is an issue going on with the software pulling my free score now. My free score now, they built a custom report for the system. But what happens is there's something going on with the smart credit and this, that, and the other thing. I'll be honest with you. Instead of going too crazy with this, I figured out a solve for my community, how to get them to keep pulling the proper report into the system. So we're gonna work with that. So over here, we would go to, I show you my free score now, and then we go into the report scoreboard. So here's the report scoreboard. I can pull it, and then I'm actually going to pull the identity IQ report in here so you guys can see it so that you have it. And you'll see this and you'll be able to go through it. And this will tell you your scores, tell you closed accounts, delinquencies, derogatories, inquiries, public records. That's it. Now, manage all users. Normally, I would run the test for the Epic Pro report. I'd show everybody the Epic Pro report, and we go from there. Okay. That's how we pull it. But I'm going to teach you how to build a profile, build it out properly, go through everything piece by piece. What's still not working for you, Tyrone?
So that scoreboard, that section of it, it's not even acknowledging that the report is in there. Remember we had figured it out. It popped back up and then it went back down.
I stopped.
That John is shoo.
I sent it to them. You brother, you know what to use. I don't even know why.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying that even when you go in, this is difficult. So that's why I was like, damn, I missed the Epic Pro journey. I'm at the Identity IQ. I got to see that.
Identity IQ it's a little, there's two more steps that need to be done.
Okay.
It's actually easy. It's not hard. And that's what I love about it. I'll log in for my report. I'll show you how to pull my report and I'll pull it into the software. So I'm going to get up. I'm going to go on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, what I put on this board today and what I go over here today, I want everybody to understand that's how we want it to be done every single time. We want it to be done like this every single time. And
I'm gonna fall back away for that part because I want everybody to get their time.
Once this is done, we're gonna do the IDIQ report. First name, last name, all this stuff that I'm gonna show you how to put in a perfect file. Once that perfect file is complete, you guys will never make a mistake if you do it like this every time. I promise you, you will never make a mistake if you do it like this every single time. So I'm gonna color coordinate everything over here. So check this out. I start with blue. Blue is always my ID. Why is blue my ID? Blue is ID, passport, or DL driver's license. Why do I put driver's license on the end? We do not want to use our driver's license if we don't have to. If that's the only thing we have, we use it. But if we don't have it and we have an ID or a passport, we want to use that. Middle name. Last name, suffix. Put a space. That's first space. Okay, not a dash, space. Okay, so here, John, Joe, Smith, Jr., birthday 01/01/1990. Okay. John Joe Smith's birthday is in a few days. uh so at the end of the day, that's the perfect file. That's how it looks. Do you have to put your middle name? We suggest that you put it because I guarantee you when you were filling out credit application, you didn't use your middle name. So how are you going to say to them to get rid of a file when you actually didn't use the name? So you have to fill it out correctly. And there's a whole slew of shit that you can do, but that's the easiest way that I teach people to do it that way. So that's John Joe Smith Jr. Okay. You have a passport. I would suggest I'm going to put a star around this. Best document to use. Okay. Next product. I'm going to put that document down. I don't need my driver's license anymore. I don't need it. Put it down. W-2. W-2. SSC, Social Security card, or first page of taxes. Okay. Best one. Star. First page of tax, SSC, right? Okay. You can put your phone number in here. Okay. Then my last piece over here. Guys, I can't see the screen, so if you do have a question, all right, raise your hand so Ray will let you come off mute. Okay. Or your whatchamacallit, you can come off mute. So check this out. Ready? Normally they say utility bill, this, that, and the other thing. Guys, here's another gem. Bank statement. That's what we want. Don't utilize anything else if you don't have to. Fill it out like this. 8 North West 12th Street. APT. I'm running out of space. 2B. Everything is spelled out. Except for apartment, because I don't have space. But everything is spelled out. Now, I'm in New York, guys, right? So New York City is known either as Manhattan or New York, New York. I'm going to fill this out over here, New York, and then 10038. Okay. I want everybody to know this. If you have a place that you live that has two separate, two separate cities, I want you to understand this. All that matters is what's on the bank statement. The bank statement. Okay. Your driver's license can say Manhattan, right? But your bank statement says New York, you're utilizing New York. If your driver's license says New York and your bank statement says Manhattan, you're utilizing Manhattan. Make sense? If it says Umbanga, you're going to use Umbanga. Doesn't matter what it is. Whatever the bank statement it says is what you're going to use. So in this case, it says New York. This one is null and void. So you just utilize New York. That's why I do it. This is where people make mistakes. Everybody understands. Right here is where everybody makes a mistake because they think they know their information when they don't. And the Bureau's banking on it. The Bureau is banking on you not to know the proper qualifications in the proper way to actually go through this. They know that. So what are they going to do? Should you cross out your... No, leave your bank account alone. Good question, Adam. Terminal still not working for me. That's it's the first page of your bank statement. That's all they want. I got a bunch of readies over here. Yeah, no problem. I got a bunch of readies over here. So this is done. So when you're finished over here, I'm going to delete all the stuff off over here. We're going to scroll down. Now, what I normally do is what I would say to everybody is upload all this document and stuff like that. But here's the thing. Sometimes this credit repair software is used to fix a lot of people's credits. So what I would do is after you fill out the top, come down over here, click save. See if you're in the system. If you're in the system, right, and it pops up, change the email address, change it to another email address. And that's normally what I would suggest. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's go back to manage all users. I'll show you where you'll have your client profile pop up, and then we'll do like this. Here we go. And then this is all the information that we have. This is client's first name, last name, their date of birth, their social security, their phone number, everything spelled out, Sunny Valley, California. And then I think David, you're the one that asked it. David, look, this is what the bank statement looks like. And then what I'll do is come over here and I just zoom in to double check this, right? Which I can actually see it, but that's what the address is. And I follow the addresses precisely. So whatever it is, I follow it precisely and I make sure that it's up over here in these boxes, and make sure that everything makes sense. And that's what it looks like. Now I upload the documents have to be uploaded like this, guys. You need to utilize these documents. As you can see, I use the ID. Now, everybody, when I did this, the way that I did this is so that you guys understand, look, this ID is in Kansas. This bank statement is in what state? California. Do we care? Yes and no. If we have the ability for them to go change their ID, send them to go change their ID. But if you don't have that ability, then let them rock with the way that it is. But if they have the passport or the passport card, look at that. Passport card doesn't have an address. Ladies and gentlemen, my one gem that I give everybody every Saturday and every Wednesday is if you have a passport, utilize your passport for everything. I personally do not carry my driver's license around anymore because your driver's license is just for when you get pulled over. Nobody needs to see where you live. Okay? That's for you and you only, not for anybody else. Okay? And that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, you do have to be meticulous with everything. So now, if you do have a mind free score now, let's go over I think I zoomed in. Give me a second. Did I zoom in? Oh, I didn't unzoom the screen. Shit. Okay, give me a second. So you do have to be meticulous with everything that you do on here. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you how to pull a My Free Score Now report for you guys that have it. For you guys that don't have it, I'm going to show you how to pull a identity IQ report. Okay. So over here, we're going to start with the My Free Score Now report. It's actually very easy to do if you follow along. Okay. It is very simple. First and foremost, you're going to click, and I'm going to do it on the other account, the test account. I'm going to click upload MFSN report. I'm going to click the first document here. It's going to bring me to the login. I'm going to put my information in. So here's my username. Here's my password. I log in. Once I log in, I stop. I go back to the software. I click number 2. See that? Now, how many Mac users in here? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Mac user. Okay. How many PC users? Put a 2 in the chat if you're a PC user. I got 4, 5. 1 PC user. That's it. 2 PC users. Okay. 3. All right. So we got, all right. Good. Oh, sorry, I got to go through both of them. Okay. So Mac user, PC user. Inside of this, I'm going to hit Command A, Control A. Control is for my PC users. Command is for the Mac user. That's going to select the whole file. Control C. Command C is going to copy the file. I'm going to go back to the software. I'm going to come into this box, and I'm going to hit Control or Command V, which is going to paste. Please tell me, Jordan, that's an HP. That's a PC. Does that make sense to everybody? And then I'm going to hit save. Did that make sense to everybody? Was that hard to understand? And now look, it got pulled in. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to delete the report, and we're going to do it one more time. Ready? Let's follow along. Ready? We'll close it all out. I'm going to go back to manage all users. I'm going to hit upload the report. I'm going to click the first box. In this case, it's already logged in. You're going to log in. Okay? After I log in, I'm going to go back to the software. I'm going to click navigate box 2. Ready? Command or Control A. Command or Control C. Command and Control V. Oh, oops. Command and Control C. Then go past Control V right over here. And then hit save. That's it. Make sense? That is it. Does anybody need more clarification on that? Put a yes or no. Yes, Mike.
See, this one I'm having my issues at. So
Don't worry about it because that's been broken. It works one day and it doesn't work the next day. So that's where I'm gonna change I literally text Ray, give Mike the phone number. I'm teaching people that are in my community and you've watched a lot of my videos already. We're moving to identity IQ. Because it's just
it feels good to make sure I'm not tripping because I'm like,
you ain't tripping. You text that phone number. Ray will give you a link to get into IDIQ.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
All right. So now let's do this. Let's do this like this. Ready? Check this out. Ready? Now that's uploaded. Gonna go back to manage all rounds, right? Come back over here. We're gonna manage profile, and then we're gonna go upload report now. We're gonna select identity IQ. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is I gotta go to IDIQ. Identity IQ. Let's go. I'm going to click login, same thing. And now I'm going to go and get my username and password. I don't remember it, so bear with me. Where is it? Okay. I'm just going to get my Okay, so check this out. Put my username in, my password. I'm going to click login. Security purposes, I log in. Okay. Now, you have to go to the report here. Thank you. Salud. Grazie. Thank you. I click view latest report. I come down over here. I click download this report. Once it's downloaded, that's the hardest part is done. I click open the report and then I right click view page source. Now run the same play. This play, look, the play that we were doing before with a identity, my free score now made it easier for them. We had to go in the back end and get this. Now look at this. Same thing. Control Command A, Control Command C. I come into M2 Phenom and I Control Command V, paste. Same thing. Process HTML. All done. Save the report. All done. That's it. That is literally it, guys. That's it. Make sense? Now that that's finished, I go back to my report. I go to manage all users, and guess what? I can go back to my test file. I got Identity IQ and the Epic Pro report. So I showed you guys how to pull both of them in.
Do it. Do the scoreboard read it?
I don't know. Let's check it. Nope. That's funny because I have both reports and it doesn't. So it's just something with that file. Like I said, Tyrone, I don't even got to go any further. I don't even got to go any further with what I said.
Yeah, we good. That's all I needed.
I got you. And that's how you add both reports. Now it's the same thing for my score IQ. Do I have my score IQ on here? I do. And I do have my score IQ, but I can show that on another day. If that's the case. But that is everything that we've gone through all of them for you. In that sense. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody find that how? We do. Ask Ray Ray. We do. Ray Ray has them all. Can I do the import on identity IQ again? Absolutely. So let's run it again. Where did you get lost, Adam? Did you get lost at the download report section? Where did you get lost? Or just run the whole thing over again? Okay. So when you're in the identity IQ now report, ready? You see it says download this report right here. Right here. You're going to click. So again, you're going to go to the dashboard. Top, it says view latest report, right? You got to make sure you pull your report. So you click your view latest report. After that's done, you come over here right at the top. You probably have to scroll down depending on your computer, whatever. It says download this report. Just click download this report. It's going to download it for you. And as soon as you just click it and open it. Once you click it and open it, right? Just right click, view page source. And then it'll bring up the code. And then Control A, Control C, Control V, or Command A, Command C, Command V. That's it. It took us an hour just to learn how to set up the file, answer questions, teach you pricing, and we haven't even gotten how to dispute a letter yet. Properly. Adam, you good with that? And then you're going to paste it. You're going to paste it into over here. Upload the report. You select identity IQ, and then you're just going to paste it right here. Like that. It's not hard. It's just, it literally, I thought it was going to be a lot harder than that. And it's not. It's actually easy. And that's when I was like, wow. I was like, that's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And like, look, I could do the same thing on my score IQ. So if I download this file, I'm going to do the same thing. And I have my score up right now here. So if I do the same thing, view most recent report, because it's the same company. Here's the thing. It's the same exact report. I click download this report. I come over here. I save the report. I open the report, just like we did with the other one. I open the report. Here's the report. Same thing. I'm going to click view page source. And now, hey, look, I could do my score IQ. Control A, Control C. Come into this point. I'm going to put my score IQ just for you guys, right? Control A to get rid of everything. And then Control V. Now I'm going to put the my score IQ report. Look, here's the my score IQ report. There's the my score IQ. Save. And now again, same exact thing. Say it's Identity IQ and my score IQ, same company. So they pull the same exact way. So there is no issue with that. Make sense? Right. So now if I go to manage profiles and I go check on that test client, look, I have all 3 reports in. All 3 reports have been pulled. Make sense? Ray, remind me today. We're gonna run those 3. We're gonna do all 3 of those. We're gonna put them in our community so they know how to pull those. We're gonna have them pull those reports.
Okay.
I'll post that in the page. So anybody in the paid in full community today, I'll have those done for you so you know how to pull the reports. So yeah, that's it. Cool. Everybody good. Everybody know how to set up a file. Everybody know how to do everything. Printing, my friend, printing. You only get access to my community if you print with us. It's a free community. I don't charge for it. So you got to come in, got to pay me some way to get in there. All that knowledge is not free. So if you pay for printing, you get free access. It all depends on your file. Can't answer that question. Like I said, I had one person get charged $4. I had another person get charged $900. All depends on your file and how many negative items are on your account. We really don't give the prices out because, oh, it's cheap, until you get a file and get banged over the head. And then you're like, what the heck just happened? If you got a lot of negatives, it usually costs more money than somebody that has 2 negatives. Just to give you an idea. We're reasonably priced. We're cheaper than Office Max and Letterstream and things like that. But at the end of the day, it does get expensive when you're whatchamacallit, when you're utilizing the services. When you're utilizing the services with us, it does get expensive when you don't know what you do. We also double check everything. We make sure that your files are everything that we do here that I'm teaching you, my team does. So if we don't see your file is right, we actually send it back to you and say, okay, go generate another letter, which some people don't like. Some people do like. At the end of the day, the people that are working with us, they like quality. So we make sure that you have best reports that go out. We don't edit any files. What's our website? We do not have one at the moment because everything is done via the software. I am working on it. It's in the thing. So Precious is an easy thing. I'm gonna show you in a second, right? You're gonna laugh. Ready? Let's get through this and we're gonna get to the printing company in a second. Check this out. Everybody good with the uploading the pictures, what the picture should look like? Everybody good with how to upload a report? Put a yes in the chat if we're good. I want to move on to the last 2 sections and then let's get this rocket and rolling. And teach you how to generate a credit repair letter, and then I'm done for the day. Cool. This is where you get your text messages. This is where you get your emails if you applied for that. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of people don't. Support tickets come in here. Pam's invoices will come in here. Right. And your templates to send out text and email are in here. Simple, easily. You could write anything you want, chat GPT it, but then you just put these placeholders. So my name is, and then you just click the button. Last name is, and then click the button. Email is, and then click the button. Done. Now, when it goes into the software, you'll save it. So when you go to manage all users and you want to send out an email, you just click the email button, and I could just select that, and then it'll write everything. It'll fill everything out perfectly. That's it, utilizing the information. So we just went through the communication portal. Now we're going to get 10 rounds of attack. So this is why I don't give out any prices over the phone, and I will give you guys a discount code today. A discount price, not a discount code, discount price. But here's the thing. Look at the files. Look at the numbers. They jump around all over the place. So if I give you a price and you have a file that's $3, three files, and then the next month it's 24 files, you're going to ask, why did the price increase? I know that for a reason. So hence why we don't give out any prices. What I teach you guys how to do is generate, wait for your invoice. I mean, like, look at this one. This one has 150 files in it. So I wait for your invoice. This one's got 66. This is the same thing. Once you learn how to generate in the software, you can actually, I think Mike watched the video. When we watch those advanced tactics, you learn how to do this, or you'll learn how to generate it like this, where they're within a few files of each other. But until you get to advanced tactics, like it jumps all over the place. Every round, if you stay utilizing the AI, it's going to do that. So let's go into this. Let's go to the attack area. Now, I'm not going to utilize the test client. I'm going to utilize the client that we built out properly. Okay. So ready? Everybody put a guesstimate in the chat. How long will it take to generate the first AI letter? Generate it, not to actually print it out and do it. How long? Let's put a time frame inside. And all my old people, don't answer the question. Y'all been here a while. All the new people, how long do you think it takes to generate a letter? I think Adam's watched the course or something. Yeah, Adam, you're 100% right. About 30 seconds. So, ready? From start to finish. Check this. Start to finish. Home, send rounds of attack, go to the attack area, select my client. I select only this AI at the top. If you want me to print your letters for you, click my name, which, as you can see, it's actually my name, TPNPA, and that's your discount code, and hit generate. You're done.
18 seconds.
18 seconds. 18 seconds to generate a letter. So under 30. So what is this? What is good about this letter is what is bad about this letter. This letter is, I call the shake the tree method. It'll get work done, but it's going to take a lengthier period of time because everything's jammed into one letter. Okay. Everything's jammed into one letter, but it will work eventually. It will help you get some of the stuff off, but it's cost effective. So if somebody's on a budget or trying to figure out how to do it, this is the best way to go about it. Maximum efficiency focus. Put your thing in if you don't want to print it yourself, and then go from that. That's what we call the that's how we make sure that everything is good. It's efficient. Who wants to learn how to be a power user today? I'm sorry, guys. I am in complete brain fog today. Who wants to learn how to be a power user? Me? Okay, put power user in the chat. We're really gonna turn it up a little bit of a notch today. Okay. Check this out. I hear my baby girl. Hi, guys. Ready? You're gonna select do it yourself. You're gonna leave everything selected the same way. You're gonna come down over here and click generate. Now, I don't feel well today. Hi, baby girl. Hi, princess. My daughter just woke up. So, this is the AI section. This is where we actually turn on everything and turn off everything. This is how we find the files. This is how we read the credit report. This is how we do everything. So let me show you how this works. Okay. This is the AI. This is all the different writers. Right now, this is number 1. This is number 1, 2.0. Okay. So if you have Epic, you're going to use this. If you don't have Epic, you have Identity IQ, you have MyScore IQ, you're going to use Opulence. Okay. These 2 reports, okay? These 2 reports over here are the ones that you're going to utilize the most aggressive with the type of letters that they have. Okay. They're the most aggressive with the type of letters that they have. So you're going to pick which one. Since I have the Epic Pro on this one because this was set up before everything happened. Okay. I'm going to use the MPEP. But we'll generate another one on another day with the MPEC. Okay. So I'm going to click Epic and then I'm going to go to my attack. My attack is going to be the first round. That's it. Now, when this box pops up, this is the AI. This is the actual AI, guys. This is how you dictate to the AI and say, hey, AI, I want you to write a letter. Okay. So the AI is going to go, okay, great. What letter am I going to write? This is how you tell it what to write. Well, bear with me 1 second. I'm scratching my back. What letter are you going to write? Well, this is how you pick the letters. You have personal information, you have public records, you have inquiries, you have student loans, you have student loan charge-off, student loan medical charge-off, all other charge-off and collections, student loan derogatories, medical derogatories, all other derogatories, student loan delinquencies, medical delinquencies, all other delinquencies. Now, why did they break it up? They broke it up into boxes. This is 3 or more late payments. This is 1 to 2 late payments. And this is your charge-offs. Okay. Every one of those boxes has a thing. The most utilized thing that you will use in this software is these 1, 2, 3. They're the most used in the software. That's what I would take accountability into. You need to know that those 2 exist so that you can, okay, those 2 exist and how to actually turn them on. The software will read it to you. It will tell you what it is. It will tell you how to do what you need to do. You're going to go in there, turn that on. Once you turn that on, you're going to rock and roll and let it do what it needs to. It's going to write that letter for you. It's going to spit out a crazy letter for you. And once it's done spitting out a crazy letter for you, you're just going to print that out and send it to the bureau. But here's how you turn it on. It's as simple as this. Coming over here and selecting a box. This is how you turn it off. This is how you turn it on, any of these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually check all in green because I want the most aggressive attack. So blue combines, green separately. Why don't we want to combine? Okay. We don't want to combine because if they stall a letter out, they stall the entirety of the letter out, which means every negative that you've written has been stalled. But if you send it separately, especially with the mailing system, not all letters go through the system at the same time. What does that mean? If they send you a stall letter, they send you a stall letter for the letter that got read first, which can be personal information, could be the charge-offs, could be inquiries, could be this, could be that. So we'd like to send them separately. Okay. So now, oops, come over here and scroll down. Come on, Ollie. I'm having trouble today, guys. Okay, scroll down to the bottom and just hit next. This is going to be the hard part, but this is after you set everything up. This is the easy part. This really is the easy part because if you learn how to read the credit report, that red, green, and blue box is very easy to go into. Okay. Now, I'm gonna click on the little orange circle. In every software, it's different. It's usually down here. Okay. Ready? I'm gonna click on it and watch what's gonna happen. Boom. That's every negative item and positive item on the credit report. Does everybody see that? Put a yes in the chat if you see that. Make sure that everybody's still awake. Perfect. Everybody sees that. Okay. So because everybody sees that, what do we see? We see a lot of dark greens, right? Yep. Okay. That dark green means positive account. We don't want positives. We don't want to look at positives when we're trying to read a credit report. Let's get rid of it. Let's come up to the top over here. Let's hit hide positives. Go back to that circle and guess what's going to happen? All those dark greens are gone. So let's assume this. If we have everything category based and all those greens are gone, what's left on the credit report? Only negatives. Only negatives are left on the credit report. Okay. Only negatives are left on the credit report. So if only negatives are left on the credit report, we just got to categorize everything. So everybody get a pen and paper out or write it on their phone. Okay. But I'm going to pull the chat up to my screen. When I put my chat up on the screen, everybody's going to write down what the negative item is. You're going to write it in the chat and you're going to write it down on a piece of paper. I'm going to teach you an abbreviation. I'm going to go from there. Ready? Put this up here. Okay. Got you. Multitasking over here. I need to watch the replays from yesterday. You missed a fire class yesterday. I went hamsy yesterday. Yeah, I taught everybody how to charge properly yesterday. I broke it down. I broke it down to the minute pricing yesterday. Ready? So now we have this. I want everybody to focus on this. Ready? This is your negative item. Just your number. Negative item number. Okay, this is box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4. Oop, box 4. Okay. This is your type of reported issue. Okay. And reported issue means negative item. This is actual negative. This is what it is. Negative item. This is what it is. Okay. Now, I do abbreviations. You don't have to, but I like just take the first letter of these 2 words. I don't need information. Everything's going to have information at the back of it. So this one, this negative item is personal identifier or PI. Okay. So let's put PI in the chat. Write PI down. Put it in the chat. Perfect. So that's how we got that first one. So now I'm going to do the next one. Okay. I'm going to do the next one. All right. And tell me what the negative item is over here. But let me get rid of PI over here because it's not going to be PI. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Okay. Let's see what the next one is. Right. Okay. What's number 2, ladies and gentlemen? What's the negative item for number 2? Put it in chat. Perfect. Perfect. I use so this one I do IQ, INQ. You utilize whatever you want. Ray put my negative item breakdown codes in the chat so you guys can have that picture there. So if I go over it, so this is INQ, IQ, it's just an inquiry. Just letting you guys whatever you want. All right. Should be writing these down. Write these down, guys. I see a bunch. Nobody wrote in the chat. Just one person. There we go. 2 people and 1 person works for me. 3, 4. There we go. That's better. 4 people. Okay. What's number 3, guys? PI is personal identifier. Says it right there. PI stands for personal identifier. What's number 3? Inquiry. It's just literally what's in that box. We're just writing it down so you guys, when you go back to that red, green, and blue boxes, right? When you go back to that red, green, and blue boxes, you know what to select. This is how you select your AI. Okay? So now, everybody's got this, right? We're gonna do good, right? I'm gonna take the bumpers off like bowling. Let's see how many of y'all get the next one right. What's the next one? Number 4. Good job, Valerie. Good job, Adam. Damon, good job. One more. Good job. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Good job. Right? Let's go to number 5. Number 5. Yo, Mr. Holt, I don't see you writing anything in here, bro. Where you at? This is the most important part. Lost. How did you get lost? Ms. Jordan, where did you get lost? Ms. Jordan, what box do you go to find out what is the negative item? Okay. What does it say in box 2? That's what it is. That's why you answer your question, but where you lost? That's why I want to make sure. Where are you lost? Because you just answered that. No issues. I don't see box 5. What do you mean box 5? There is no box 5. There's only 4 boxes, sweetheart. There's negative item 5, which is at the top. Remember when I wrote negative item number at the top? We're on negative item 5. So now watch. I'm going to go to get negative item 6. What's negative item 6? Good job, Damon. Good catching on. Yep. There we go. Perfect. Ain't nobody going to say it. I know it. Oh, geez, are keeping quiet. What's number 7, guys? What's number 8? Come on, somebody. What's number 9? Number 10? Damien, thank you. Thank you. Saved us going through 40. I was going to have to click that 40 times. I was hoping somebody would come up and figure it out. Thank you, Damien. Everything in the brown color is what, Damien? Write it in the chat. Inquiry. Thank you. Because why? The software categorizes everything together. It color coordinates it. I said it in the beginning. That's how I know when people are paying attention to my words and we're going too long. That's how I know it. That's why I try to get through this, but all the questions during the class sometimes slow us down. Here's the thing. Software categorizes everything. So from 2 to 40, it's a what? What is it, Miss Jordan? What is from 2 to 40? What is that negative item? Put it in the chat right now. Atta girl. Perfect. Perfect, Miss Valerie. Good job. That's what it is, because that's the truth. Here's 15, just to prove it. Inquiry. 19, inquiry. 23, inquiry. 26, 32, 38, 40. Okay? That's an inquiry. Now, 41 and 42 are inquiries too. They're attached to accounts. You know what I do when something's attached to account? It says best inquiry. I scroll down to the bottom. I hit remove this content box. Scroll back to the top. If I see another inquiry, I scroll down to the bottom, remove this content box. Why? I'm not going to teach you guys bad practices off the bat. I don't care how good the software is. I don't care how great. It's tedious to get an account put back on to somebody's file, especially if you're doing this for somebody that you barely know, or you're marketing yourself. It's hard to get somebody's file put back on, especially a credit card or something that's been closed that you're working for. So at the end of the day, let me teach you good practices. Do not touch that inquiry. Just remove it off it. Don't let the software do anything. Again, best practices. I'm only going to teach you guys best practices. Okay? All right, ready? We got rid of those light greens. Let's go 87. 87. What's 87, guys? Try to do the abbreviation if you guys know how to do it. Don't write that whole thing down. Don't write that whole thing down. Try to do the abbreviation. I don't care if you screw it up, but I'll work with you. All right, Miss Jordan. Valiant effort. Good job, Mr. Mackey. Very good job. Miss Jordan, right here. Right? A, O, D, L. But everybody, don't forget this. 1-2. Because all other derogatory lates, okay? All other derogatory lates is 3+. So AODL works for 3+, and AODL works for 1-2. So just make sure you put that 1-2. But good job, good job. Somebody's writing this down on a piece of paper, right? We're going to need this to go turn to the AI on. I'm doing it slow so I could do it some more. Yes, yes. Somebody was here yesterday. Mr. Bryant. That was Mr. Bryant's line. Okay. He goes, I do it slow so I can do it some more. Yep. So that's the key. Remember, right here. Don't focus on this information stuff. We don't need it. A, O, D, L, 1-2. Always. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay. Let's do it in the 80s. 88. It's 88. What's 88? Perfect. 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 Precious, you're missing a letter, but good job. You're on the right path. Perfect, guys. Perfect. Good job. Let's go 89. You guys are going to get this wrong. You guys are going to get this wrong, but you're going to get it right. I'm going to teach you what it is. I don't know why they did this. I'll be honest with you. So beautiful. Oh, shit. Somebody been here before. How did you know it was that? Wow. And I know you haven't been here before. I think this is the first time that I've seen you. Good job. How did you get that? That's great. Good job. Wow. Good job. Now, for him to explain how he got that, it's not a charge off. The picture was sent. Perfect. Okay. The picture that was sent tells you there is no charge off on the sheet. The only thing that exists in charge off, because it's not a student loan and it's not a medical, okay, was all other collection charge off, which is AOCC. That's how we got that. We send you all the tools, guys. I'll be honest with you guys. If you want to join this class, the next time that you join this class, whether it's Wednesday or next Saturday, make sure, well, Wednesday we're not here. That's New Year's. if you're going to join this class, make sure you're on your computer at home because we're going to give you the tools that you're going to need to get through this class. Okay? AOCC. Why? Because it's all other charge off and collections. Okay? All other charge off and collections. Good job. Good job. Good job. All right, let's go to the next one. What's 90? Shit. What's 90? Perfect, Valerie. Right to it. Good job, Adam. $91. Good job, Damien. He's already ahead of the game. He's like, yo, stop clicking on him. All right. What's 94? What's 94? We're almost done, guys. As soon as we get through these last two, we're finished. About another 8 minutes. Perfect. 95. I can tell everybody's tired. Perfect. What's 96? Perfect. All right. So on 96, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to scroll down. And we're going to come down to current images. We're going to make sure our images match and say JPEG. JPEG. All these are good. I label mine first name, last name with the document that it is. So ID, social security card, proof of address, PPC. Everything's good. I see everything's perfect. Let's scroll up to the top, which all you got to do is just scroll up a little bit. And there's a word that says top, click top. I go over here to client info. I double check all the client info because again, software doesn't make a mistake. You make a mistake. If you come back and verify everything like I just did, the software is ready to rock and roll, and we're ready to generate that letter. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to general settings. Oops. I'm going to go back to general settings. We're going to click the AI. We're going to turn it off. I'm going to turn it on. So I'm going to do that again. We're going to click the check mark. We're going to turn it off. We're going to turn it back on by clicking that check mark. We're going to come over here, select the attack. And now we're over here. Now, Damien, since you were the first one to answer this, we checked all in red. We turned everything off. Do you remember what negative items that we have to go off of? All right, brother. List them for me. List them off for me, brother. PIINQAO. My man. Perfect. Boom. 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 Look at that. Look at that. Damien, you just turned on the AI perfectly. Now, how did he get that? I told him to take down what it was. That's why we do the abbreviations, because now I just follow the abbreviations. Well, there's INQ, there's PI, AOCC is right there, SLDL is right there, 3+, and AODL 1-2 is right there. So exactly what do? Click all green. I'm going to send them out separately. Now do me a favor. Count the green check marks and tell me how many green check marks there are. Put it in the chat, somebody. Perfect. How many data furnishers are there, ladies and gentlemen? Perfect. I'm waiting for that again. Beautiful. Okay. What's 5 times 3, ladies and gentlemen? Bingo. First box, 15. The rest, default, default, default. Mike, you know the advanced tactic. You know not to do this. So now for everybody that's here, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tidbit. This does not work the quickest. How many of y'all want? How many of y'all want a freebie right now? How many of y'all want a freebie or a gem? I'm seeing it in the chat. Change the default number to 5. That's all I'm going to give you. Come on Friday and I'll give you more. Well, print with me and I'll give you more. Change that number to 5. Question, Valerie? I just gave you guys a massive freebie. That is a question for a Friday class, Alhadi. That is a question for a Friday class. Join up on a Friday class, and I can answer that. I'm just giving you a freebie. The reason that I'm teaching you that is many particular reasons. I gave it to you in that second box. Instead of putting default, put a 5. There's many reasons why that 5. When I explain it on a Friday, it's a lot about credit repair tactics and understanding credit repair as a whole than letting the software do it. I turn everybody into a power user by just switching that number. There's nobody in the industry not industry. I'm sorry. There's nobody in this software that's teaching to change the numbers over there. I've been changing those numbers since 3 years ago. Because once you understand what those verbiages are saying, what they actually mean, you realize that a lot is being controlled by those boxes right there. So you turned on that stuff. If you're like, hey, Ali, I like you. If you're like, I like it, but I just want to stick with the default, go with the default. That's okay. There's a go okay, and then join in on a Friday class, and then I'll explain to you why. But that is a gem. This is a huge gem to understand 5. It is a huge gem, and it's got nothing to do. It's a lot of tactic that goes into it to understand why 5. Okay, and there's actually, if you start playing around with the software that you're given, you'll understand it. Yesterday, I generated a letter. I blew through a letter just to understand where 5 comes from. And I can teach you how to do a lot in the software by understanding this one box. Click next and you generate the letter. We're going to leave it on default for argument's sake over here. Well, because you guys showed up to class and you stayed in class after Christmas, that was my Christmas gift to all of you. I'm hopping. Ms. Jordan, as long as you pay for a letter, sweetheart, you'll have access. You get access immediately. As soon as you have your payment go in through the company, it says, here's your free gift. Literally, as soon as you get your payment in. That's as easy as it is. And then you click include all 3 bureaus and generate that letter. That letter is done. And literally, I'll generate it for you. There you go. I just burned the GA for you guys.